This has got to be a hero quest. Remember the guy that was here? He's got to want to join our party. And Tyon's going to be an inheritor for his class as well. Iserd! Do you want to join us on our expedition, sir?
What's wrong, Commander?
Oh, it's you guys.
This is voiced, so it's going to be a hero
was
quest.
heavily damaged during the battle, do you remember? As a result, some of our remote administrated autolevs aren't responding to transmitted instructions.
I'm not 100% on the techno-babble, but that doesn't sound good.
Indeed. I've sent some of our tech guys over, so we'll know soon enough.
Do you really need the machines? Are you thinking there might be another battle?
It's nothing like that, I assure you. Colony Lambda is now focused on ether mining, and...
What was that? We just received word of a tunnel collapse.
What? I'll be there ASAP. Are the troops assembled?
They're all in position.
Then go on ahead. Sorry about this, after you took the trouble to come all the way here.
Commander, please let us lend a hand.
Only if you're sure. But your help will be welcome.
Roger that.
Yeah, temporarily joined the party. Sure. Like he's not going to be a mainstay. What do we reckon he's going to be? Not healer. Probably not defender. He's going to end up being an attacker, isn't he? They're all attackers, always, all of the time. Man, how far away is this ether mine? I assumed it would be inside of this cave they're already in. But no, it looks like... Oh, you know what? It's probably inside of the Orion Titan. That actually makes perfect sense, because didn't they say that there was an ether mine in there to begin with? Which is kind of dark when you think about it, because that was once a living being. And now you're just extracting the ether from its cold, dead corpse. Don't care for that at all. Not a big fan. Also, I don't know if I can just wander my way up there. It might be trickier than at first it seems, or maybe there will just be a container here and a ladder there, and that's the answer. Oh, you know what? We lowered that ladder before. A long time ago. Many episodes past, when we first came through this land, and we walked past this, but does this help us get into Uriah? I don't actually know. Remember, we got out of Uriah via a water chute. We basically just rode the tide and it took us out here. We don't actually know if this is how we return. Also, I'm sure this is not the direction we need to be going in, but it's here, and there's a red dot on the top of this thing, which means it's probably some sort of super boss that we need to fight. Or, it's just like a bird. Anything in your egg? I meant nest, bird. But yeah, you got anything in your egg? Hey, here we go. Yeah, this worked. I think this is even... Oh, you know what? This entire time? I keep forgetting, but... Yeah, we can do that. I don't think we've ever used that even once in the course of playing this game. It's sort of like the follow ball in X that I never used. It existed, they explained it to me. I think I even said that'll be helpful, and then I never used it. Yeah, similarly this. Never engaged with this at all. But it's handy to have. So we've never been this way before. We've never traveled this route because, again, up there on the map where it shows that broken bridge, that was where our journey through this place ended. We just left with the flow.
The tunnel walls should have been stabilized. What happened?
Hey, look over there.
It's collapsed.
Ah! We got monsters!
They must have been living in a place with elevated ether concentration, then found their way in here.
We better get there quick.
But there's no direct path there. We'll have to go around.
You've got Levnesses, don't you? Wanted to make short work of these things. But we need permission from each squad's leader to activate a Levness.
Oh, come the snuff on. This is an emergency.
You stay here on standby. There might be another collapse, so we'll go on alone.
But Commander!
Execute a partial evacuation once the tunnel mouth is secured. Coordinate with the medic corps and treat any wounded. Now, these are special orders for which I take full accountability. Inform the other troops.
Yes, sir.
Now, all of you.
We'll be fine, Commander. You can count on us.
Understood. I'm sorry for dragging you into this.
Iserd might be a defensive character. And I say this because he has this interest in protecting his people and looking after them and taking the hits if that's what, you know. He's literally, really, this thing is going to attack us? Of all things, this thing is going to attack us. I mean, we are so close to being able to one-shot this thing at this point. What I was going to say, though, is he's perfectly willing to put himself and all of us in the line of fire at great risk to our own, you know, potentially risking bodily harm, so that his people can be safe. That is the sort of thing a defensive-type character would do. Okay, well, you know what? You tried to contribute, and I respect and appreciate that. I'm sorry, you want me to go backwards? You want me to go that way? I think not. There do be loot up here, game. What type of Looney Tune are you? I'm coming to get the treasure. Alright, fine, I'll participate, but I don't really see how going this direction helps us get over to there. Also, is everything here gonna be... Oh, we're going up the elevator. Yeah, everything here is gonna be hostile. I mean, what kind of XP gains do we even get from this? It can't be worth our while. I'm gonna say that we're gonna get 30 XP from this. In that range, not exactly 23, so not even. Even I overestimated it. When I said 30, I meant in that range of like 30 to 39. These guys would probably be the same. Why are they even attacking us? Are they truly that hostile? Also, do you want to go on the elevator? Do you often use the elevator? Is this how you get up to your family in the afternoon? This guy seems like he knows what he wants. And it seems... Yeah, look at him. This guy absolutely wants to go on the elevator, so much so that he's not going to get out of our way and let us get on. Get in there, you goober. What are you doing? Hop on board. We'll take you for a ride. Oh, I'm going to have to kill you. I feel bad about it. You're just in the way. That's the tragic truth of this. I have nothing against you, Brish Asper. You just...
I'm the girl with the gall.
There are people like that in the world. They'll just stand in the way, not even on purpose. They'll just walk into the middle of a busy place and then just stop. Sometimes they'll look around, sometimes they'll get out on their phone, and they're just standing in like an intersection of people where there's tens, 20s, hundreds of people trying to get around, and they're just in the way, and they're too oblivious to what's going on to realize that they are a problem. Am I doing the right thing? I mean, I'm following this line. I trust the game to know how to get me over there. I just wonder if there's not a better... I mean, I'm sure there is a better route. The game has even said this is not always going to be the best route. Wait, what's back here? Have we gotten back there before? Is there a way to move this thing? I feel like we've been back there before, right? Get this thing out of my way. It won't let me. It won't let me... Okay. Well, we'll come back to that. You know, I was thinking about something at work today. I was thinking about how frustrating people are, particularly dumb people. People with unrealistic expectations and a sense of self-importance, who think that you should be able to bend time and space to make them happy. And I was like, oh, I could rant and rave about that for the entire length of a video. And I've had that thought at work before, and I always end up coming home and I'm just not feeling up to it. It's such, like, you know what, that's the sort of thing that I'll be upset about at work. I don't want to take it home with me. When I get home from work, that's the last thing I want to think about is work. I don't want to... I want, when I'm not at work, I like to pretend that it doesn't exist. My job is a thing that I do when I'm there, and I do it to the best of my abilities. I work hard at it. You know, I'm pretty good at it. But when I'm not there doing it, I don't even want to acknowledge its existence. When I'm home, do you know what I am when I'm home? I'm a floor sweeper. I'm a mopper. I'm a duster. I'm a lawn mower. I mean, I'm not like a lawn... I don't... chop grass, but I mow the lawn using a lawnmower. I'm a video game player, I'm a cat petter, I'm a dog wrestler. They enjoy. I'm not like throwing my dogs around on their heads or anything. I'm not that kind of wrestling. I'm like, hey, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? I like shake their heads around and then they get playful and we have fun. I love dogs. Dogs they're good for the soul. Cats, not so much. Cats will break your heart. When you pet your cat bites your hand and then runs away. And you're like, okay, well, excuse me for thinking you might be cuddly. Is this not the direction I need to be going in? Have I done the wrong thing, apparently? Yeah, the game definitely doesn't want me to be going this way. Game, I am confused by you. This is the path you have been leading me down. And now you're telling me, no, actually this way? Where do you even want me to go? Oh no. Oh my gosh, look at this. I mean, how was I to know that this existed?
We should be right there.
Incredible, absolutely incredible. Let's send this husk away and then we'll go down the elevator.
We can't just leave this be.
What happens to those motes of light? If they're not being recycled back into the system, do they get stored in some way inside of those mote cubes? Okay then. That was odd. Strange sound effect. How would I have found my way here if I wasn't following this line of red mist material? I imagine I would have just fast traveled over here to someplace nearby. Or I would have just run around until I got here. I don't know. It's strange because now that I've activated it, this thing that I've never used, I'm starting to question, well, man, how could I have even done this without it? But I've been doing this the entire length of the game. Yeah, see, here's one of these things we can move.
Okay.
Why could we not move that other one in that hallway with the treasure behind? I mean, there's no treasure in terms of a container, but there were little glowy lights back there that would have been interesting and handy to have. And also, apparently, we're going right into a cutscene there.
Can anyone hear me? We're here to help.
Was that the
Commander,
collapse?
We're safe. No casualties here.
Looks like there weren't too many working this deep inside. I'm glad everyone's unharmed. I didn't think there'd be a cave in here, considering the geology, and with this level of structural support. I suppose the cave wall was weak enough for the monsters lurking there to break through.
When the excavation uncovered an area of concentrated deposits, the monsters that lived there must have sensed a chance.
The ether find is good news, but for now, let's get everyone out.
There might be more monsters. You better keep an eye out.
Noted.
Speaking of...
We're close to the site of the cave-in. Let's pick up the pace.
Genuinely expected to turn around and they would just be there. That's normally what happens in these little cutscenes. You say, there should be monsters, and there they are! And I guess that's more or less what's happened. By the way, I initiated combat there. It wasn't even interested in fighting me. The game's just kind of forcing us into it. I want to point out that the pitiful XP gains we're getting, like 23 XP, that's with our food. That's with a 30%, or 20%, I should say, increase to experience. I wonder if when they were done with the game, whether or not it's going to give us the option to intentionally down level.
I guess riding a Levnis meant they avoided any serious injuries.
A little silver lining to a great big cloud. Glad to hear. Tyon? No, all of you. Thanks for your assistance. You saved us.
On the contrary, Commander. We were just following your orders.
Right. We could only react so fast thanks to your quick thinking.
That's about as much as I can do. The people of Colony Lambda, and you as well, all knew what needed to be done. And due to that, the rescue was a success. I can't thank you enough.
You've even managed to secure a nearby ether deposit. I'm a bit jealous.
Yes. Actually, our troops reported a harvestable ether source recently. And with enough resources in the bank, perhaps the colony could have some peace of mind.
I hear a fair few colonies are lacking ether.
Everyone knows that we're nothing without it. Everyone in Lambda knows to be prepared to do anything in their power rather than lose it. By the way, how are your travels?
Our travels?
Sometimes I'm envious of folk like you. Strong-willed and forging ahead.
Well, we're not that.
Actually, I think being a commander is a pretty big deal in its own way, eh?
Smoldering Camaravi and the famed Silvercoat certainly are. But I'm not that kind of lone pioneering type.
I think most people feel the same.
I know my own weakness best of anyone. The day we lost Nimue and you, Tyon, I abandoned all thought. The consul sensed my weakness, knew I'd pass my responsibility to another, and took merciless advantage of it.
Oh.
That's one thing I learned from losing. Ironically, if I hadn't experienced that loss, I'd never have come to understand this feeling in me. Sorry, no one needs to hear all that. Ah, yes. I owe you all, don't I? Would you come to the commander's office later? I'll be waiting.
Yes, and would you come with us on our globe-trotting adventures real quick? How's our ether? And we're almost full. I don't want to waste any of this. We can get rid of that. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. We can go ahead and get rid of the quest route, and then we can probably fast travel back to. We just have to figure out which one of these to use. So I think we went up here before to Titan Rock Camp. There's definitely a campsite kind of down here. Like back in, I mean, where exactly is the actual, hold on. Colony Lambda. It's its own little thing. I don't know how I didn't see that to begin with. I wasn't looking for it, and therefore I did not see it. It's that sort of thing where if you're not, you know, sometimes you're oblivious to things that are happening around you because you're not necessarily, you don't have an eye out for them. Is that just a me thing? Should I stop talking now? I'm just shut up.
I wanted to thank you all somehow.
We didn't lend a hand just so you'd give us something in return.
Too right. We don't expect any thanks.
That may be so, but
Oh yeah, did the thing with the autolevs get sorted out?
I only just got a report saying they don't know why they won't work. After seeing that cave-in, I want to investigate thoroughly. An autolev is vital for that investigation. If we can't bring them back here, they can't be of any use to us.
Here it comes.
I'm not planning on getting you involved for every little thing. I already can't thank you enough for your help with the cave-in.
Excuse me, Commander. I have a report about the autonomous Levnesses.
Any new developments?
Yes, sir. It seems they're operational.
I see.
They wanted you to take a look and judge if they can be used or not, sir.
Roger that. Well, I'm sorry for bringing you all out here. I have to go.
I'd like to come along.
What do you mean?
Ooh, good call. I need some closure on this.
We won't get in the way. Is that okay?
As you wish. Then follow me.
I wonder where this is going. Because I assumed that would be the end of it there. You know, like how much more is there to actually determine here? We helped him. He wants to see the world. He goes on globe-trotting adventures with us. It's all very straightforward. We've had this exact mission structure several dozen times at this point. Nothing new or unexpected about it. Oh yeah, there's a little fight going on over there. We might involve ourselves with that later. Good way to get some silver Nippon coins, as well as, for that matter, XP. I don't know which we need more of. Probably the silver Nippon coins. I think those are probably a bit more on the rare side, and I still regret that one time that we accidentally picked XP instead, because I flicked the thumbstick. Have we ever even been back here? No. I didn't even know there was a cave back here.
We don't exactly have what I'd call an open schedule.
Sorry, I know this is selfish.
Nah, mate, I don't blame you.
I may owe Commander Izzard a great debt, but he's also someone I just want to help, even if I didn't owe him. I think every soldier in Lambda probably feels the same.
It sounds nice, doesn't it? Feeling attachment to your colony, to your commander.
Yeah, definitely. What happened?
Hey, is everything okay?
Commander! The Levnesses! They started moving all of a sudden!
What?
And then they just came for us!
But any autonomous unit should have safeguards to stop it attacking us.
Yeah, those safeguards aren't
Right up
working.
ahead.
Huh. Lucky thing we tagged along, eh?
Please stay back, Commander. We can take it.
What are you saying, man? I'm fighting. It'd be a lousy example for the troops if I just stood around and stared.
Then let's go.
This guy may very well end up being the defender we've wanted and needed, but so far have yet to receive. And I'm so on board for it. These guys are chumps. We crushed them beneath our heels. I mean, this is not accurate to the events that transpired. as I don't think we at any point, at least I did not personally, I wasn't paying enough attention to what everyone else was doing. That's weird. When I know a fight is going to be easy, I check out. I'm just hitting buttons and thinking about other things. I don't know what my party members are doing most of the time.
Can barely put a dent in it.
Oi! The spark you doing?
Concentrate on their power sources.
Where are they?
Finish it up now. Tie on.
Right.
Look out!
Whoa! Now, tie on! Open fire!
Nice one.
Brilliant work, tie on.
There was another.
Commander Izzard!
It's over.
I can't even say I understood what they just did there. It was quite effective, though. Maybe we can do that
Feels
to the
like
final
all
boss.
I do is ask you to clean up our messes. Thanks again. If there's anything I can do.
But why did they go berserk?
It might have been set so they couldn't tell between friend and foe once restarted.
You think so? So you're saying that forcing them to restart overwrote the previous instructions?
Oh, man.
I'll have engineering give me the details. We need them in running order, but they can be dangerous tools, so care is paramount. Regardless, let me know if there's any way I can thank you.
We told you before, we didn't do this for any reward.
Won't fly. I can't rest easy knowing I'm this deep in someone else's debt.
If you're going to insist, do we need anything, guys?
Let me think.
All right, I've got something.
Whatever it is, just say the word. We've put you out of your way.
I want you to fight by our side once more.
Say that again.
I want you to see for yourself that the path I'm walking is the right one, Commander.
Tyon, has this been bothering you?
I understand. My position as commander means I probably won't be able to accompany you at all times. But I pledge myself and Colony Lambda to you, Tyon. No, to all of you. Call me anytime you need me. I'll come running no matter what.
Thank you very much, Commander.
I better brush up on my skills to keep up with you all. Colony Lambda will have to keep up with its current developments too.
We can help you with stuff like that, mate.
Now look here, I can't ask that of you.
Look, we're friends now. Nothing wrong with asking your friends for help.
We're friends, you say. You're incredibly trusting, you know that.
What's that supposed to mean? We're just helping.
I don't mean anything bad by it. If I need you, I'll ask for you.
Please, call us anytime you need.
I'm a lucky man to have friends like you, Tyon.
Tyon will inherit him. He will be a defender. He'll be our tank. He'll be our man. He's a healer! Another one! Tyon inherited him, though. That's so upsetting. Possesses arts that heal allies and weaken enemies. Highly versatile class with many aces up their sleeves. I'm sure. What has that done for us? Looks like we've increased our standing with a number of different colony. Oh, almost. Hey! Level 2 with Colony Lambda. What has that benefited us, though? Like, obviously. Okay, we've got Item Retriever and Caravan Call. Speed Jogger from Tau. We could probably go back there, but there's got to be more colonies over here. Like, I think we might have found all the colonies up here. I don't actually think you can go down here unless there was more inside of the Orion Titan that we missed, but that seems unlikely. Maybe something over here in California. So with that in mind, I think we're going to proceed now to... I mean, there's nothing else in the Hovering Reefs, is there? We've done a pretty thorough exploration of the Hovering Reefs, and I don't think we found... I mean, okay, I cannot say we've done a thorough explanation, but I feel like we've been all over the place. So, the Cadencia region. There's a lot of points of interest, right? Or what are these? Quest-related events. All around here, which would suggest to me maybe other colonies... Possibly. And then also, I mean, I'm surprised there wasn't an option around these places to, you know, potentially befriend whoever lives around here. Just a random question mark over here. Alright. If we fast travel back to, let's say, right here. So this will be Double Crag Gate. Will we have our boat? Yes, we will. The answer is yes. Our boat is right here. And where do we want to go first? Having a look at our map, I guess we will go straight north, more or less, and we'll see where that takes us. Or to what that takes us. Hopefully a big, strong hero who wants to join us on our adventures and give us lots of, XP? Probably not, actually. It's probably not going to give us that much XP. Is this it right here? Is this where the fella is? I guess so. Watch this be not a hero. Watch this be just some kid. Oh my gosh, it's going to be the kid in the Nupon, isn't it? Conch Rock something or another.
Wait up.
No, there's voice acting.
What is it, Mimi?
Mananasi person on ground!
Stay with
Hello.
me. We'll patch you right up.
Wait, we've seen her before. Or maybe only in the trailers.
I have to help everyone. Ugh. Stop moving. You don't understand. I promised them. Said I'd keep them safe. If I'm the only one that survives, then it's all been for nothing. I have to go.
Oi, don't be a clod.
Huh? I'm not?
Oh, what? You're really serious then? How are you gonna save anyone when you can barely stand yourself? You got a death wish or something?
Let's break it down. As I see it, you have two options here. You can go in and try to save them by yourself.
Or you can let us pitch in. Which one of those strikes you as the better idea, eh?
You want to help me?
I don't know. That depends. But I wouldn't be in such a hurry to throw my life away. Being ready to die and actively trying to get yourself killed are two very different things.
It's just a quick patch-up, but it should help you think straight. Sorry about Lance and his threatening display of idiocy.
What's threatening?
You missed the point.
I did not miss the... Oh.
Look, you can relax. We're all friends here. Would you mind telling us what's going on? Yeah, okay. There was a Kavesi raid. There was no time. I had to cause a diversion, so I leapt in without a second thought. After that, it's all a blur.
That was pretty reckless of you.
Remind Riku of someone Riku know?
Oh,
Whatever the case may be, we had best hurry. Judging by the situation, your allies were likely forced apart and are now fighting alone.
It really sounds like it would help to have some numbers on your side, no?
For now, let's take the best course of action we can. We can hash out the details later.
The best course. My name is Fiona. I am the commander of Colony Mu. I know this might be a lot to ask, seeing as we've just met. But please, lend me your strength. I need to save my people.
Fiona, welcome to the party. You're totally welcomed. We're absolutely going to help you. And you know what? I have a feeling that this is a defender class. Look how much she wants to help her people. Protect them, fight with them, fight for them, keep them safe. This is absolutely a defender class. That is undeniable. Unless, of course, you deny it. In which case, yeah. Oh, it looks like her friends are already dead, actually. It's a bit of a tragedy. At least this batch of them are. Okay, well, that's a bit tragic.
Summer. I'm so sorry.
Looks like
You
summer's
shouldn't
gone
have
to
been
autumn, if
alone.
you know what I mean. That made no sense.
Let's send her on. Her voice deserves to be heard.
All right. We can't leave it like this.
It is a great tragedy. We all weep. Now, how about we talk about how a character like this would absolutely die for their friends if given the opportunity? Why don't we all discuss the likelihood that this individual
Something decent, right?
leans towards being defensive? Also, there's like lights around here. Is there a colony nearby? I wasn't really paying attention to her. Yeah, if she was stronger.
It's not over yet.
She's over here talking about being stronger, wanting to take care of her friends. This is a real Lance type. What is going on over there? No, but seriously, what is that, and how do I get to it? What function does it serve? It's just hanging up there on the edge. There's got to be a way to reach that. Wow, yeah, all of her friends are just dead.
Sean. You kept everyone safe. It must have hurt so much.
Fiona, leave the rest to us.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll send them on their way. We're not going to watch it, though. I'm sure it's an emotional moment for everyone, but I don't particularly care, as I've never met any of these characters. Well, that sounded like combat taking place. Which direction? We'll go this way first, because this is very obviously a dead end. And where's that fighting? Is it down in the water? Could be.
Hey, are you all right?
Crying isn't going to change anything. Noah, Mio, would you mind taking care of everyone?
We can't leave it like this.
No, we cannot leave it like this. We also can't bear to watch that cutscene again. It's the same one every time. That's a...
What are you hiding, little guy?
What's going on there? I guess I haven't actually looked there. For some reason, I just assumed we would see the core, not just the swirling vortex of darkness and nonsense. Oh! Oh, look at that! Yeah, okay, there's a colony over here. I told you there was likely to be one in this area. I was correct. It would be weird if there was a Kavesi one nearby, though. Because this definitely seems... I mean, it's like in the shadow of the Agnian Castle. Oh, here we go. Alright, we're gonna save what's left of our friends, or we're gonna stand here and watch them die. One of the two. Depends on how much the game wants to mess with us in this moment.
Well, this was entertaining. Quite a contest.
Indeed. And it ended with your loss.
Irma!
What took you?
Sorry. How's everyone?
Fiona! Oh, Fifi, I was so worried about you.
That's like a child.
We're surrounded. And pretty badly depleted.
Men, aim for that banner. It's their commander, Fiona.
Dream on, mother!
We should go.
All of us. Yes. We didn't ask for these outsiders. This is still our fight.
But the wounded...
It's nothing. We're good.
Yeah, we're fine. Stop fighting fit. Relax, Fifi. You worry far too much.
In Colony Mew, we fight as one.
Mew.
Right, folks?
You guys... Trust your crew.
Trust yourself.
Trust in victory.
All hearts as one!
What, are they going to transform
We'll
into some
make it
sort of...
Together!
This is like 90s cartoon. That's like the intro to the transformation sequence, where they all put on slightly skimpier outfits and then go fight the bad guy. Also, I can't hear Mew without thinking of Bradley Uppercrust III. He was, of course, part of Delta Mew, or Moo as he called it. Which, I mean, naturally that's from the extremely goofy movie, which was pretty goofy. It wasn't as good. I mean, it's probably goofier than the Goofy movie, hence the name, but you can't beat the Goofy movie. Have we talked about my idea for a Goofy movie sequel? I stand firm that Disney needs to contact me about this, because I know that, you know, an extremely goofy movie exists, and I don't intend to ignore that canon. But I've got the perfect plan. It does involve growing up Max a little bit more. Now, Disney's been willing to do that. Max started off as a little boy, and he turned into a teen, and you've seen him kind of as an adult. He's went to college in Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas.
Too strong! Retreat! Retreat!
I've got an idea.
It. Fiona! Fifi!
Irma! All of you! You pulled through! Thank you!
Come on now, of course we did. We made a promise, right? Come what may, we'll always be together.
Lance! Everybody! Thank you so much for saving our lives!
Whoa! All right, steady on. We're not deaf.
You were just gonna walk away! I couldn't let you go without a proper thank you. Even if you're Ouroboros, the betrayers.
Thank you, yes.
Hang on.
No. No need to explain. You're our saviors.
That's right. You even healed our wounded.
Yeah, you don't look like baddies to me.
Exactly.
And I noticed that when we were fighting side by side, you guys all trust one another. That's why.
You've made up your mind, have you, Fiona?
Yeah. That's why I want to try trusting too. I want to destroy our flame clock. Would you mind doing us this one last favor?
It's hardly a problem for us, but why the sudden request?
We heard about a liberated colony from Nopon travelers. That's what got me thinking. There should be more to life than spending it fighting all the time. Being ready to die, and actively trying to get yourself killed are two very different things.
Sounds to me like you've been mulling it over.
This has to change. I want to change myself. And I want to change the way things are.
Good on you.
Looks like you got it figured out.
You'll trust me.
That's the same look you gave us when we first met. You'll do anything to protect your friends, won't you?
This is a defensive
All right, then.
class.
Let's make tracks for Colony Mu.
They're just...
That is, if she didn't still seem to be having second thoughts. Care to tell us why?
Oh, you noticed? Well, that makes things easier. There are two major stumbling blocks. The first is that you'll have to somehow outwit the consul. And second, that only that consul knows the location of the flame clock under discussion.
Well, it's not just out there in the open?
How can you not know? The one you see right now? That's just a fake.
Fake? How's that then?
Oh, but the consul isn't here right now. This might be the right time to act.
Fiona, this isn't the place to be having this conversation.
Right. Sorry.
In any case, let's talk details at the colony. Our people are on their last legs. We'll need time to get back to strength.
Please, take this.
Oh, a circlet of wisdom.
I'm happy you were able to send everyone on their way. It really helped me to be a little more positive. Thank you so much. Sorry about all the urgent requests. We'll be waiting for you at Colony Mu. Don't keep us waiting too long.
Mew. What a funny little bunch.
We've made some new friends.
Well, absolutely we're going to go liberate them. The hidden flame clock might be a problem, though. Out of curiosity, before we head into town, would there be any benefit to fighting a 49? What kind of XP will we get? Keeping in mind that this will give us 250% XP, or 2.5 times the XP we would normally get for fighting an enemy of this level. Still, what do we get from that? Because we need to level up. I mean, we're exploring right now and finding heroes, but that's doing nothing for our current, levels. And we need to be, level 80 when we go back. Because I'm not playing around. I don't want to do that boss fight and die at it a dozen more times. I would like to do... I'd like to go back in there and get it done in one. You know what I mean? Done and dusted. And I feel like there's definitely some improvements we could make to the party layout that would make that a little bit easier. But also, I mean, we're going to go optimal party layout. But being too high a level would also be helpful. And I'm trying to fight like a hick up right now. Okay, so that was 100. Did that say 103? Is that what it said? I couldn't tell. There was something hovering over the top of it. So basically, yeah, not worth it. That's not even a dent. That is a darn shame. I don't know what we're going to do. We're just gonna have to find some high-level enemies and get to fighting. We know where there are some. We know that in the Mac the Wildwoods there are some. And we know that there are some inside. I mean, no, those weren't very high level either. Level 70, level 72 maybe was the highest level we saw inside of the core. I mean, if that's as good as it gets, we gotta find us some, level 80 enemies. You know what I mean? We need to find some things that are higher level than us so we can get some mad XP gains. Also, how you doing, gang? What's going on over here?
Wah! Such flower power! Manana flubbered!
Everyone! We've been waiting for you.
This is awesome! Did you guys make this?
I suppose we did. Whenever we say farewell to a friend, we plant flower seeds. They kept growing over time, and before we knew it, we had this. It's beautiful, but to think of all the departed. Standing still spells death. If we can't achieve victory, there will be no tomorrow. But still, We didn't want to forget that they were all here once.
So that's why you're getting all teary-eyed.
What? No. It's just the pollen.
It doesn't take much to get Commander Boohoo here going.
Irma?
Looks like you're taking a lot on your shoulders. Doesn't it weigh you down?
A little. I just wish I wasn't such a weakling.
You can put the burden down whenever you want, you know. You can still choose to keep things the same as always. I wouldn't think any less of you if you did. Neither would anyone else here.
I love you for saying that, Irma. Just like I love everyone here. And Colony Mew, where I met you all. And ever since I realized that, tomorrow stopped looking so dark. And that's exactly why I can't run away from my responsibility.
I get it. Whatever happens, I trust in you.
And I trust you too.
Fiona, Irma. All the squad leaders have assembled. We can start the meeting at your convenience.
Understood. I'll be right there.
Oh, but before that, Fifi. Tackle ambush! Coochie coochie coo!
Well, that got awkward. Yeah, stop it. Stop it, that's weird.
Loosen up, Fifi. Get it all out of you.
Oh, this is please stop. This is strange.
Yep, now she's back to herself.
We're waiting in the square.
Why? I'll get you back, you'll see. Run away!
It's hard to imagine that the console will make it easy for us with the flame clock. Someone will surely pay for this with their life. Again. Please, do whatever you can to make sure it's not Fiona.
We've made some new
I will. I will see to it. I promise. Can I confess something to all of you? I didn't really listen to any of that. It's not that it's not engaging. I just have. I think as I, you know, when you're young, when you're like a kid, like a little kid, you have a really bad attention span, and then as you get older, it gets better. I feel like mine's gone in the other direction. I feel like when I was younger, I could devote my entire attention to anything. I could be completely engrossed in it. And I feel like now, for whatever reason, as I've gotten older, it's so much harder for me to stay focused on certain things. And sometimes in the middle of a cutscene, my mind will just wander to, oh man, you know, we had a LAN party here with some of my friends, and we were playing some really wacky games. But I was thinking about, you know, we need to do something about the monitor and the power situation. Had to run an extension cord from a bathroom to make sure everyone wasn't all on the same breaker, because, I mean, I didn't think it would cause a problem. I don't really know the breaker layout of the space we were in, but I was like, I'll just bring in an extra power cord, it'll be fine. And all of that came back to me in the middle of that for some reason, and I was like, man, could I convert my office into, instead of having like a space where just I can play it, could I turn this into a LAN room? And then that, I was like, yeah, but what about power? And then all of a sudden the cutscene was over. I'm like, yep, okay, I'll make sure that she doesn't die. For sure, I can manage that. I gotta focus. I gotta not let my mind wander like that. That's my new commitment moving forward. When we get up here, I'm about to pay very close attention to whatever happens. Here we go. I'm hyper-focused.
Are we seriously gonna do it now? Those Kavesi dudes are still loitering around.
Who's loitering again?
God, he's huge.
Sounded like someone was having a bit of a whinge. We all good here?
We're great. Right, Tallow?
Right, Chief. No whinging here.
Say again?
Nothing to say, really.
Huh. I'll take your word for it.
Time is of the essence. Sorry to rush, but can we get straight to the point?
What should we talk about first?
Ooh, the fake flame clock, the real flame clock, the colony's ring, about the console, destroying the flame clock. Let's do that one.
So, this whole clock breaking thing's kind of a sudden development, yeah? I wanted to ask how you lot feel about all this. We know how Fiona feels, but are you all okay with what we're about to do?
Honestly, I just want Fiona to be able to relax, like not have to carry all this responsibility.
That's so kind of you.
Even if we do this, people will still die.
Yeah, but if they do, it will be because of their own failure. That's not the same. She carries the banner for us, and it's because of us that it's so heavy.
But that weight's also the momentum that keeps her moving forward. I don't want us doing anything that could sully the purity of Fiona's conscience.
All right. Let's all take some deep breaths.
We're all friends here. Keep it civil.
I'm happy that you're so concerned for me. Thank you.
Well, I reckon things will work out one way or another. I mean, come on. You've got us on your side.
Yeah, you tell him, Lance.
No one wants to lose their mates. Just don't lose track of what matters, yeah?
Alright, tell me about the fake one. I guess we're gonna have to do... do we need these answers? I see that we have a nothing more to ask section. We've never been presented with anything like this in any of the previous colonies where they're like, what do you want to know? Here's 40 different topics.
You said the colony's flame clock was a fake. What did you mean by that?
Problem is, I'm actually curious about most of these
pretty
things.
Blunt, huh? Honestly, we don't really know any more beyond the fact that it's a fake.
Since we never use it anyway, yeah?
When it's close to running dry, we get orders from the console to go out and fight.
Well, what is it for then?
Do you think maybe there's some weird advantage to it? Like, maybe the colony's rank is really high, but it makes it look lower to get enemies to underestimate us?
Or the exact opposite. Actually, we're bottom tier, but it looks a lot higher to intimidate people.
Oh yeah, it could be that.
Well, your actual strength doesn't change, so it'd be pretty obvious once you get down to it.
And also, supplies from the castle are allocated based on rank. Could we see your supplies? That would give us a good idea of where you fall, rank-wise.
Does it matter?
Nico's on warehouse detail. And I'm Nico. I'll get things ready for your inspection.
Is that actually necessary? I don't really know if we need to worry about that. Where's the real one?
You said nobody knows where your real flame clock is except the console. How are we supposed to find it then?
I don't suppose we could just ask the console? Oh, come on! Why the huge sigh? I was just asking. Someone had to ask.
Well, it has to be somewhere, or the status quo wouldn't be maintained. If you fight, the flame clock must fill up. Suppose you were to harvest a large pool of life in a short time.
Oh, it would flow into the real clock.
I'd like to investigate any large-scale combat engagements you may have experienced. If we're lucky, someone may have witnessed some signs of the flame clock's operation.
Could we take a look into your past battle records?
Of course. I'll have them delivered to you.
This is quite the interesting... usually, you help out the hero, you help out the colony, they join you. This is more involved. I'm kind of here for it.
If the current flame clock is fake, what happens when your rank goes up?
As far as I know, I don't think that's ever happened.
Wait, you're joking? You've always been on the same level?
Nico, that's me. Heard something from the console one time. She said to tough it out and do exactly as instructed, and everything would be all right.
Oh? I was told something else. People only see what they want to see, I think it was.
Meaning?
Meaning, nobody actually wants to see how much is left on their clock, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, if you knew, you'd just stress out over it constantly.
A little more stressing wouldn't go amiss in your case, Tallow, you turkin head.
What? Why'd you gotta call me names?
Just cause.
These are real knucklehawks.
Wow.
Well, we don't know exactly what the console intended, but she must have had something in mind to go to these lengths rigging the contraption.
Tell me more about this console.
You said the console was away. Do you know how long for?
Tell you bluntly, we don't know either.
She's always disappearing, going off on one special mission or another.
In that case, she could be back at any time.
I'm sorry that the answer isn't very useful.
This all sounds like kind of a big deal. It doesn't bother you?
It's nothing special. We don't normally talk much about it.
She just sends us down broad stroke orders like, go defeat those guys. Send a team to this location.
Yeah. The only time she spoke normally was that one time, wasn't it? You know, the time when Fiona became commander.
Yuck. Do we have to talk about that?
About what?
When the previous commander died, Fiona clung to the consul's knees. Started saying that the way we fought was making everyone miserable.
Yeah, it turned into a whole, debate. Until the consul was like, fine then, you try and change it. And made Fiona the commander.
What? Just like that?
I know, it was a twisted kind of punishment. But now I've got everyone else tangled up in this mess.
Whatever. We know you just want the best for us, Fifi.
That's why you get yourself in such tizzy.
And that's why we want to support you in turn. You're good, Fiona. Better than you know.
Thanks, guys.
Punishing someone with a promotion? That's so bizarre.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I feel like there's something afoot here.
I think
Obviously.
we've more or less heard all we need.
Yeah, I think so too. It's time to get to work. Let's check out the loose threads we've uncovered.
We should investigate the supplies in the warehouse and the colony's battle record data. Is that right?
I'll make sure everyone gives you their full cooperation.
We'll also try looking around for anything we might have missed.
If anything turns up, we'll be in touch.
What would have happened if I hadn't gone through all those conversation options? Would we have been like, I think we've got everything we need. Wait, do we? I don't know, we'll figure it out. And then we just had nothing. We had no way to progress. Would I have had to go back into that conversation eventually? Would the game have accounted for it in some way? I have no idea. And I guess I'll never know. Righto, I suppose this is going to be... Frost, Sean, you said you'd come back, you liars. Sorry to bother you, we were hoping to check out the old battle records. Ah, right, Fifi said to expect you. Bear with me for a moment. Right, I've transferred you the data. If you see anything interesting, let me know. Thank you, we will. Oh, I see, we're gonna have to go have a conversation around a campfire about this. Naturally. We do all of our best conversating at campfires. Hello, Nico. How are you doing? Welcome to Nico's warehouse. I'm Nico, and this is my... Well, not my exactly, but it's a warehouse, all right. Look around if you like. Thanks. I won't be a minute. Nothing here really stands out. It's all as I'd expect from a colony with the rank their flame clock says they are. By the way, are you the one who does inventory management here? No, I think it might be the consul. Nico only watches the warehouse. Nico, I should say, is me. Why would a consul do that themselves? Ooh, that is mysterious. Also, why does Nico keep telling us who Nico is like we're not going to know who Nico is? Also, can we have a conversation around wherever they eat so we can get whatever they've got here at the canteen? I can't imagine it's going to be anything better than what we've already got, you know, but let's just see. Let's just see what it does. So we've got 32 minutes left. Collectible boost 40%. See, I want to buy it, but I don't really want to waste the collectible boost we've already got. What we can do, though, is we can come back... let's go ahead and get it while we're here. Yeah, go ahead and replace my current meal.
This is really good.
Is it? I didn't even read what it was. It looks like a loaf of... Oh, it's a fish pie. I was just going to say loaf of meat, but I guess that's probably accurate.
This one's for you.
Although some people don't consider... You ever met someone like, oh, I'm vegetarian. I only eat vegetables and fruits. And fish. Like fish isn't meat? What is up with that? Why do people not consider fish meat? I've seen this happen more than once in my life. It's very weird. I mean, I guess you could make the argument that it is slightly city... Why can't I not do this one? Because I'm not in the right place, probably. Gondor's grumblings, a novel book, Guernica Vandom. There's a lot here to discuss. There's a ton to discuss, but we're interested in Colony Mu investigation. Okay, let's not mince words. Colony Mu is weird. And this is why you can't make friends. I've looked into their combat records. For the past few years, there have been no large-scale combat engagements involving Colony Mu. That in and of itself is understandable, but we can't do that investigation survey thing you thought up earlier, right? Back to the drawing board then? Well, perhaps, but what really caught my eye was the wastelessness, so to speak. Without any big wins or losses, not only were there no large swings to the flame clock total, there were also no interruptions to the colony's supply chain over the long term. So, what's that prove? Except that Fiona and the others are fending well for themselves. I've got to say, I'm not really... that's not really the impression I got of this place at first glance. We've heard them chatting. They don't really seem to talk a whole lot of training or strategy. And thinking about the personal turnover, you saw the flower garden. Notice how young they all are? Add to that the consul's extended periods of absence. Ignoring, for the sake of the argument, the insecure environment, the colony's military results could really afford such stability, couldn't? Come to think of it, didn't Fifi say the colony rank stayed the same? Right, and the flame clock issue is odd as well. I couldn't stop wondering what the point of the deception was. We said we thought it could be to fool enemies, but the soldiers here aren't given any information. It's not even being manipulated, just flat out not being supplied. Fiona and the others didn't seem bothered by it, but I think in the real world, it wouldn't do them any real favors. Right, of the two sides, it's actually Fiona and the others that it affects. What was it Talos said? Something about not stressing all the time? Hold! Back the snuff up! You're not saying the people of the console wanted to deceive was the residents of Colony Mu all along? There's one more thing that bothers me. Looking at Fiona and the others, didn't they remind you of someone? They don't believe in anything beyond what they can see in the moment, still thinking that fighting is everything. Like we did way back when? Right, they're so occupied with the reality in front of them, they don't think anything beyond that horizon. In Colony Mu's case, they don't seem much interested in anything apart from the banner that Fiona carries. True that. Soon as it's about Fiona, they all get super passionate. You think they're being used? No, it's not a question of being used or otherwise. I'd imagine we're also only seeing what we want to see. So that's why Fiona was appointed commander, because she's useful for hiding whatever's inconvenient. If the console had to go to such lengths to deceive us, there can only be one reason. Wait a minute, why am I having to read this? This is a hero quest. This should all be being read to me. The console's betraying Colony Mu. The raid we interrupted must have been their doing as well. Then we've got to tell Fifi straight away. Yeah, and hopefully she responds to it in a way that doesn't involve me reading a lot, because I'm not here for it.
Let's be off.
It's not good for my throat. Reading is more taxing on my voice than just speaking out loud. No, that's not true. I think it's because I keep forcing these, like, semi-voices that aren't quite natural. Uh-oh.
Oh, no. What's going on?
Oh, you know what's
like
going
back
on.
at Colony 4.
Yeah.
Another Mobius messing with us. Crap!
Console's here. Betty already got to Fifi and everyone.
Hey, what's wrong with you?
Sorry about this, bud.
Tallow!
Don't worry, he'll be all right. But now... Muse console. It was you, wasn't it?
Whoa!
Reality, right? It's just so dull.
What a twist!
That's why nobody pays it any mind. They'd rather chase pretty dreams.
Oh.
You really should have just stayed dreaming.
What was the point, though? What's the end goal?
Why would you do something like this?
That's my question, Lance.
When someone close to you gets hurt, you want to become stronger for them. That desire and sadness, they make for a quality flame.
Is that why you arranged the attack? Conspired with Keves, sacrificed all those lives?
Without some hardship, humans don't come together. It was just the same with you.
Cut the crap! How could you put Fiona through this?
I think we know who will be inheriting her
Perfectly well what I did.
her class.
But Fiona, she never once gave up. She wouldn't let the dream be all there was. That purity of purpose. It lifted everybody up. The need to support one another. She taught me that as well.
Oh, well, ain't that nice? Learn this! Oh, what are you...
Don't hurt my friend! Even if she's bad, she's still my friend!
Fifi, you don't understand how this works. Well...
Fiona! Lance!
Stand up. You can do better than this. Please, get up. You'll do your best for the others, won't you? You'll do all that you can, and then some.
Stop it! I'll fight along with you if you want. I'll fight by your side against whatever it is that's making you sad, Irma. So please, stop calling it a dream.
Hey, don't disappoint me like that. You've already made your choice. You chose what you wanted to see, and freely. Just how heavy is that banner? How many lives do you carry? Please, stop. All of their hopes. You did say you'd shoulder them, didn't you? You said you'd never break her.
You said we'd be together forever.
Crying about it won't change the truth. The fact is, your friends are dead, and I'm the one who killed them.
Hot dang. Oh, ugly and fish looking, not a fan. Okay, we've got to end this in a chain fight, or in a chain attack, I should say, if the XP gains are going to be worth it. I don't think we're going to have Fifi with the... Oh, we do! Okay, well, what does she do in a chain attack? So first off, I guess we will... Ooh, yeah, we're going to go there. We're going to go there for a good reason. I have a good reason for it. What do you do? When chosen, multiplies the TP of all active characters except self by 120%. I mean, normally you want to start with an attacker. But really, that's only... Okay, hold on. Multiplies by 120%. So that's only going to add 20% on top of whatever we got. Okay, all right. Hold on. All right, here's what we're going to go ahead and do his attack. So he's not going to be receiving any multiplication, but we're going to go to her. One random buff, share own buffs, field regeneration. I guess we'll do that. Yeah, so everyone else's went up. And that didn't quite get us where we needed to be. That's okay. We're never going to get to... Oh, actually, we could have gotten to 150 if we'd wanted to effectively waste an additional character that we... I mean, at that point, what, we spend an extra character to get that character back? Not really worth it. That was our last healer there. Goodbye. That's a shame. Maybe I didn't have all of this thought out well from the beginning. I'm used to having a very particular party layout. I am used to having Miyabi and Mio basically do everything. So I'm having to adapt here. I'm having to do things slightly differently. Charges chain attack gauge and grants power charge to all allies? I'm sorry? What? So we can just go again, basically. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Charge up that gauge. How much do you charge it for? Not at all, but we didn't deplete anything either. Oh no, it charged it. It charged it. So So it didn't deplete anything, I guess, because it's a hero. But then also charged it up. We could potentially get 6 goes here. You'd think we would go ahead and do this, but I'm worried he would go well over. So we're actually going to go over to lands for this attack. And we'll do whatever this is. Yeah, got him killed and dead. Then we'll combine that with this, and we should get enough to, yes, get it over 150. Now here's my question. Normally, yeah, so we could do that. But what I normally do is I'll do this, and then the next round, even though the gauge is depleted, it'll let me do the lands and Senna Ouroboros. See whether or not that works. If so, that'll be the most number of orders we've ever done. Things are going to be a little bit different here because we don't want... Again, if we go with Tyon, it'll be over. You know, he will definitely go over 100 because he'll have a 125% bonus. So, yeah, definitely don't want to do that. So as soon as this attack is done, we're going to see whether or not the game will allow me to do... Yes! Come on! Okay, and then they're going to force me into doing Demon Punisher. They're not going to let me choose between this and the other Ouroboros attack we had lined up, and that's perfectly fine. Let's go fun. Let's go fun. Okay, we're going to do Mio first. She should not go over, I don't think, 100. Yeah, we're plenty fine there. Close. We're going to go ahead and do this, because that's going to increase everyone's TP quite a bit. And then... Oh, I did not realize... Of course, because she's a hero. She's going to go over the 99 even though she's... Wait, was she a healer? Wait, are you shucking me right now? Is she a healer? I don't know why it never occurred to me that when they join our party temporarily, we can see what their class is. We could have done that for Smoldering Kamaravi. We could have done it for that other guy. We could have done it for her. We could have realized this entire time. It's not a mystery. All the way up until the moment they join us. It's blatantly obvious the second they temporarily join our party.
Sorry.
Why am I... Oh.
You were my friend.
What a moment of denseness.
But I couldn't save you.
So way back, when we first met her on a beach, and she temporarily joined our party, we could have seen what she was going to be.
You'll always be my Irma.
Rip. Wait, where's the flame clock? She died before she told us. Well, thank you, game, for immediately answering my question. That is a tragedy. That's actually quite sad. And we're all going to feel bad and weep over that. But also, we've got a mission here. Let's not get distracted. We need to go crush the flame clock. I saw a video from someone the other day who uploaded a video, you know, when you first start the game, you're in Colony 9, and they talk to you about the flame clock, and then that mechanic's useless because you immediately start shattering flame clocks. But what happens if you let it run dry? Nothing. Nothing happens. As it happens, I guess Nintendo was like, yeah, no one's going to take that long and not do anything and just let the flame clock run dry, which is a good call because, yeah, someone had to do it for a video to answer the question.
So this is where the flame clock was. How did we never see it before?
Look, I'm not great with words, but I wanted to say, I'm sure she was a complicated person too.
I'll never forgive what Irma did. I know I can never, ever forgive her. But if I'd never met her, I wouldn't be who I am today. She's taught me a lot as well.
Just promise you won't suffer alone, all right? If things get too much to bear, you can always talk to me.
Tallow.
If you need to grumble or swear or call someone names, I'm your man. I'll get rid of all your worries. You can count on this Turkin head, okay?
Same old Tallow.
She woke me up, you know. Irma did. Made me watch you. I couldn't move, but I followed every word you said.
Perhaps she didn't want you to be alone.
But then, why do something like that? I'm supposed to be the Turkin head, not Irma.
I want to know about these Mobius people. I have to know what Irma was thinking. Will you let me fight by your side still?
No reason to say no.
You're already our friend, Fifi.
Don't ever forget how you're feeling right now. I think it'll keep you strong.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to be the inheritor, though.
I won't.
We called that.
Not ever.
Here we go.
Hey. It's something of a hollow victory, knowing that we were never going to get the class we wanted, or the class type that we wanted. Transparent dreams. Through her dramatic parting with Irma, Fiona has learned much strength. No, she hasn't. She's gained much strength. Hoping to learn more about Mobius, she has joined the party. She is a healer. Lands inherit. Yeah, man, yeah, all known. A unique healer that applies random buffs to allies and can strengthen the whole party with arts.
So that's how they're doing.
How fun. I know it doesn't sound like I think it's very fun, but that's just because in this trio of heroes we've unlocked, none of them have been defenders. We have way too many attackers, a few too many healers, and nowhere near enough defenders. It's out of control.